Hi, I'm a bird on the internet. Well, I assume you know who I am since you're on this channel. And there's been quite a bit on my mind recently. So I've been streaming on Twitch for a pretty long time now. I want to say maybe 2 to 3 years, maybe even more than that. And it's been quite the journey, I would say. For the most part, the reasons I stream is just because I find it fun, not necessarily to grow a channel or a community or, any monetary reasons. I just like streaming, It's a hobby that I started since the pandemic because, well, truthfully, it's because I was playing Beat Saber at the time, and I would see these other Beat Saber streamers who would have the song request system, and people would request the songs, and, the streamer would play the song. And that seemed like a really fun gimmick to me, getting people to request their favorite songs for me to play. I get to learn new songs, they get to watch me make a fool of myself. It's a great time. After a while, I kind of got uninterested in Beat Saber just as a whole, so I mostly stopped playing it. There's other rhythm games that I like playing, and I can't really stream those because you can't request, all the songs like you do in Beat Saber. And so I kind of stopped streaming. I kind of just, was like, well, whatever. It was a hobby and I didn't have a reason to continue it. It wasn't really making me money, so I didn't really care about it in general. Though I was still spending a lot of time in VR and mostly here in Resonite. And I don't think I need to tell you about how much I love Resonite. It has been wonderful. And so once again, I figured, well, I want more people to be part of the community, to hang out, to see what Resonite really has to offer in general. And Resonite gives us all these tools, all these really cool things to play around with, and I want to share that with people. And so I started streaming Resonite. And of course, it's a hobby, right? It's not anything serious. I'm not asking for donations. I'm not trying to build a career off of this. I'm just having fun. The community's small, the streams are also a little small, but we're all having fun. People are laughing, they're giving me suggestions, they're showing me how to create new fun things for people to interact with, and I'm meeting all these new people who join in because they think my streams are fun, so they think I'm fun. And even though I have social anxiety, if you watch my stream, you wouldn't think that. Someone's probably watching the stream as you're watching this video right now, and that does drive me to be engaging, interesting. And even though it's probably the same thing, even worse because I'm doing it for an audience, I don't feel like I'm being forced to be social. In almost any normal conversation that I have with people, I'm constantly tripping over my words. I'm stuttering. I'm finding it hard to have words to say, kind of like what I'm doing right now. This is my normal anxiety state. And I'm doing this on stream too. It's not like the streams make me impervious to my anxiety, right? Except when I'm on the streams, it just feels more natural. I'm constantly tripping over my words. I'm constantly saying the wrong thing. I'm constantly laughing at the stupidest things. And I'm having genuinely some of the funnest times I've ever had in here. The streams kind of give me this whimsical, magic energy that I don't really get when I'm just hanging out in VR or even in real life. And I would be remiss to call it something like confidence. Because when I'm on the streams, I'm not confident in what I do. I'm just doing stupid stuff. And all of the metrics that, these streaming sites give you, like Twitch and YouTube, they give you numbers and numbers of all these people who are watching you. And I have literally turned all of them off because they scare me. I don't want to know how many people are watching. I don't want to know how many people subscribe to me this certain week or this month. I don't stream to grow number. I don't care about number go up. I care about... Well, I don't know. What do I care about? If streaming makes me feel socially awkward and I don't care about my number go up, then why am I streaming? And then it's hard to start because you have that anxiety loop going. You've got that feedback of just yourself saying you shouldn't stream because you're feeling anxious, and that means you're going to be anxious, and that means no one's going to watch, and that means no one wants to watch you be anxious on camera. So I turn number off. I don't want to know how many people are watching me be anxious, and I assume the worst. I assume nobody's watching. And then every time I go live, I see someone type something in that little chat box. The people who watch my streams regularly, the people who are just maybe curious about Resonite, the people who watch my YouTube videos and they're like, oh, I should watch this person's streams. They type things, and that lets me know that, well, they're watching, you're watching, well, maybe you're hate watching. These people who watch or say hi and, tell me that, oh, I like your thing, XYZ. I could not fathom that they would want to watch me. Because in my mind, I'm just doing what I would usually do in Resonite anyways. Just having a good time building funny little gadgets and trinkets and silly things that make way too much noise. And they're watching me do that. They're engaging with me. They're greeting me. And more importantly, they're just there. You're just there. You as yourself. Just watching me be myself. It's kind of funny. It's kind of silly when I think about it. Because, I don't know if you expect things out of me. And I don't expect things out of you. We seem to be appreciating each other's company here, I think. And ultimately, we're just having a shared experience together with no expectations of anything, right? Why do you watch me? I don't know. Yet you do, and I appreciate that. I don't expect you to press all the buttons like, subscribe, follow, whatever. I don't expect you to do those things. I just appreciate you for you being there. And ultimately, what is that? Well, it's a lot of nothing. I don't have any numbers on. I don't know my follow count. I don't know how many people are watching me live. You, to me, are you. You are your own entity. You are not a number. You are not chat. You are you. You are not a monetary value. You are not a number I can point to. You are nothing. You are just you. And that nothing is everything to me. The silly little comments, the silly little redeems, all this stuff that you type, you're just hanging out, just having as much fun as I'm having. That's everything. And to assign a point value to that, to assign you as a number of a viewer, that feels wrong. You are the reason I stream. You're the reason why I enjoy getting up here and making a fool of myself. And I've come to realize that this expectation of you, which is nothing, is the greatest reason why I love doing what I'm doing. There are no expectations of you. There's no social obligations of you. There's no monetary value I require from you. You are just you. And that makes me smile. That makes me happy because I appreciate you for who you are, not for your expectations, not for your support. It's because you are you and you are having as much fun as I'm having. I hope at least. So from the bottom of my heart, thanks for nothing. And I mean that with the utmost sincerity. Like I said, streaming is my hobby, and I'll only do it as long as it's fun. And wouldn't you know it, every time you're there, it's fun. So there's no takeaway from this. There was no lifelong lesson. There was nothing I wanted you to do out of this video. There was no call to action. I just wanted to say, thanks for nothing. I hope you continue not to be a number and a name that I can recognize instead. My audience will never be as large as the great streamers. I definitely cannot do this as a full-time job, ever. And some days, I even just dread streaming because I've got this anxiety spike of having to live up to something, Like, you expect something. And when I start streaming, I kind of realize, it doesn't really matter what I do. You're just there. You expect nothing, right? So don't follow, don't subscribe, don't spend any money. Just be there and do nothing with me. I would really appreciate that. So, until next time, bye.